Hey Jack Squad, happy Sunday everybody. How you all doing? I hope everything is well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. You got to make it happen for yourself. Let me go to my notes here. Let me tell y'all something. I just came from church, and I just can't seem to get it right, child. Church looked nice inside and all that. I felt nothing. I felt like I wasted my gas and my time and my valuable rest, right? This ain't the one I want. Yeah, that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. Okay, got it. So anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of my social media stuff is down in the description box, including my email and my Cash App. Please hit that Cash App for me. Please do that. And so I'm gonna upload 2 videos today, right? I gotta talk about this first because it's fresh on my mind, right? And also welcome new subscribers. Y'all, you guys know I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So welcome new subscribers and thank you, right? And keep sharing, keep liking, okay? So anyway, y'all, I got a dating story. It's not really a dating story because it wasn't really a date, but it's a confrontation. Yeah, I don't know what you call it, right? So anyway, I have been trying. Faith without works is dead. So I have been trying to put myself out there and meet people, right? So I met this guy, and he was really nice, and he was good, easy to talk to. A lot of times, folks, it's hard to talk to. If we could carry a conversation, it's good, right? Talk about all them kind of things. Now, usually, what happens in the talk about all kind of things in the initial first 2 or 3 conversations is I always like to know, do you believe in God? And do you pray, right? And do you vote? That's after we found out if you got a job or a way to make some money, your own place to live, a car, and good sense. That's phase 1. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? And do you vote is 1A and B, right? So anyway, this guy was so, he was so, what's the word? Entertaining, right? In his speech, in his communication. I let that slide the first few times, right? Let it slide. Didn't even think about it because it was good to talk to. He had good sense, worked your job, seemed decent enough, right? So he had said, I had mentioned that I needed to wash my car. And I had some things that need to be done around my house. Like I got these screens. I want these screens put up to my doors. And because y'all know I ain't turning on my air. So I have a door to my bedroom and it's a big giant tree right there. And so I know it's going to provide good air and shade. It already provides shade, right? So, but I wanted that screen up because I don't want no birds or nothing coming in my house, right? Plus, I don't want no flies in there either. So I had just mentioned it, not asking him. I just mentioned. He said, "Oh, I'll wash your car for you. I'll put your screen up." He said, "I'm gonna make this man. That's what he does by trade." Okay, cool, right? Not thinking nothing of it. Now, I had already established, because he was honest and said he was in a situation. That's your situation. Me and you will only be friends. I have guy friends in Cleveland, so I don't have a problem with being friends with a guy. Even though I know guys be thinking something else. But I don't have a problem with being friends with a guy, right? So I explained that several times in no uncertain terms. Won't nothing be happening here. He likes to go out, he likes to dance, he likes to skate. I was like, he'd be my road dog. We just kick it, hang out, a friend, right? I don't have any girlfriends down here, I don't have any guy friends. You my one, you it, right? So he's like, okay, I don't have no problem with that. He got other girlfriend, friends and girls that aren't here friends with, no big deal. So he came over to wash my car and do some chores I needed in the house, right? Yesterday. And that was fine. And he wasn't trying to be forward to me and anything like that, because I displayed it to him several times. Even though I know in his mind he thought he could weigh me down probably eventually, but and we laughed and joked about it. Because he lived with a woman. I don't care if y'all live I don't care if you live upstairs and she live in the basement. Your money is still going into that household, right? So there's nothing going, Not gonna happen. You know, we laugh and talk about it. I was like, every time I'm attracted to somebody, they already with somebody, you know. But anyway, stay out people's face. You know, we laugh about it. But I already know I wasn't going nowhere. But I do need a man's help sometimes. Like my son's in here. Like, I don't know, no dudes here, right? So anyway, he came over, washed the car, put the screens up, did all the stuff, right? So, you know, it's hot. So I gave him a glass of water. So I'm really ready to go because I'm getting ready to go get me something to eat. And I had told him that I need to go and do some other stuff. You know, I got stuff to do today. So I was just waiting on him to come do that. And then I'm going to go on about my business because I really wanted to clearly define the lines of what we were going to be, right? You know, Netflix and chilling around this motherfucker, right? Hey. So, you know, he wanted some water. He wanted to wipe his face. I gave him a washcloth so he can wash his face and hands, and gave him a glass of ice water, you know, water bottle, all that. Because in my mind, I'm like, you got 5 minutes to get situated, and we up out of here, right? So we sitting there. He's cooling off, and I don't know, some kind of way we got to talking about holidays, right? And he might have said when his birthday was or something. I don't know how we got on that topic, but then he said. I said, what did you do for the holiday? Maybe I said that. I don't know. He said, I don't celebrate pagan holidays. And immediately, to me, he turned black, right? So I said, well, what is a non-pagan holiday? I don't know. You know, because in my mind, I celebrate holidays. Yeah, I know they got meanings, but I've celebrated them all my life. So now it's just a day when my family and friends are off work and we can get together and have fun. That's how I look at it. I don't give a damn what it started off being. For me, it's a day that everybody off and we can hang out and kick it. Drink, smoke, eat, laugh, giggle, play games, whatever, right? I don't look at it like, you know, I don't go that deep with it. I just don't go that deep with it, right? Thanksgiving is slaves, they had slaves or the pilgrims killed the Indian. You know, I don't go that deep into it. You know, we just cooking a meal, kicking it with my family. And that's what I told him, right? He was real dead set on the pagan holidays. He couldn't tell me what a non-pagan holiday, but he said he just celebrate his birthday. Okay. So now, I've met a couple guys that say that before. In my mind, that means you're cheap, right? That means you are cheap. That's what I take it as. I'm not going to, even if I just liked him or something, I'm not going to be with somebody who don't celebrate holidays because it's big and my family always have been, and I'm not going to stop it and change it. Like when I lived in Cleveland, certain holidays, my sister, we was at her house, certain holidays was at my house, right? So I'm not going to stop how we live to appease you, right? So even if I liked him, that would have been an instant turn off. But anyway, he said he don't celebrate him and he just celebrated his birthday. So then it turned, y'all, it turned into something I was not expecting, right? And I don't know, so I said Valentine's Day. He's like, wow, why we got to do it on that day, you know? I was like, well, you know, and I'm trying to think what was the holiday that set him all the way off. Might have been Christmas or something, I don't know. And then he said, well, that's the day they celebrate. Who is they, right? So he said, all cultures have a God except for us. So I said, well, do you believe in God? Now, I usually ask this question way before, but I asked it now, so do you believe in God? He said, well, to be honest, no. Oh, it sent chills. Automatically, I want to say, get up and get the fuck out. But you're in my house, so I have to be pleasant. I told y'all, you know, I'm trying to be nice, right? But I wanted to say, and he just put the screen door up in my bedroom when he was sitting right back. I don't want to say he can go on out that way, going right through the driveway, right? But I was being nice, but I knew instantly I was never going to talk to him again. Never, right? I have met guys, you know, and they said they don't believe in God. That's the end of the conversation for me. But because he was sitting in my house, you know, I tried to appease it for a minute because I'm getting ready to go, and you are too. So I said, so you don't believe in God, huh? He was like, no. And then he wanted to go deep with me, right? But I took it as a funny. So he said, every culture, he started naming all the cultures, they got a God but us. So I said, well, why we ain't got one? I got, you know, I go to church. You know, because I asked him earlier, did he go to church? He was like, he ain't been to church in years. Didn't think none of it because a lot of people ain't been to church in years, right? That's how I got through off. So, you know, he had mentioned earlier something about I was a church girl, like, you know, that was a bad thing. Yes, nigga, I said I'm a church girl / everything else. Don't get it twisted, right? So, do you believe in God? He said no. Like I said, instantly he turned black to me. I swear to God, y'all, he looked just like the devil when he said that. I swear to God, right? And he said no, and then I said, well, okay, because I ain't getting ready to make you believe in God. I ain't getting ready to debate it. I'm just not doing that. That ain't what I'm doing, right? I'm trying to figure out how to get you fuck out 2 minutes sooner than you was. So he says he wanted to go deep, and he's like, everybody got it. Everybody got their religion. Everybody got their God but us. We ain't got one. And when he said it, his tone would lower. Where's ours? Got a little spooky, right? I'm looking at this nigga like, I don't know what, right? So he wanted to engage in it. So I said, so if you fall, if you hurt yourself, or something happened, do you say, oh my God, or do you say, oh my Gregory? Like, what do you say? Lord, what do you say? You don't believe in God, so what do you say, right? He said, I just think positive. Okay. So then I said, what did I ask him something? He said I was trying to confuse him. I ain't trying to confuse you. I'm just letting you listen to what that dumb shit you saying, right? So what did I ask him? So I said, do you believe in right and wrong, good or bad? He said, yeah, because now I'm questioning your morals, right? Do you have any? Seeing as you was trying to hit on me and you live with a whole woman, it strike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he said, you trying to confuse me. I ain't trying to confuse you. That's your belief, your belief. I ain't even going. He wanted to debate about it. That's what I'm not going to do. And I'm telling y'all, the whole time I'm looking at him, I'm telling you, he turned it to the devil to me. I'm not getting ready to debate about it. You don't believe in God? That's you. I do. End of story, right? And then he said, and he kept wanting to go on and discuss it. So I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to give me something to eat. So he's sitting over there. Now, I know he's contemplating. He wanted to get a rise out of me, right? He's not going to get that because I'm sitting here looking at you like you crazy as shit, right? You're not going to get a rise out of me. I learned a long time ago, people don't believe in God. That's their belief. Whatever you believe, that's I'm not going to convince you. If you don't vote, if you don't vote, I may say, people died to give us the right, but I ain't going to go too much into that because that's what you believe. Like I always tell y'all, whatever you believe, that's what you believe. That's your belief, right? I ain't, if depending on what it is, I probably ain't gonna fool with you, right? So, he was sitting there looking at me. Now his look changed too, because he turned from the previous days I've been talking to him, he turned into a whole different person. And he knows that I know he has turned into a whole different person. So you were talking to me and telling me what I wanted to hear. You were telling me what I wanted to hear. Now he had also told me like, hang around dudes and have friends. See, I always be cautious when people say they ain't got no friends. That's a red flag. Something might be wrong with you, right? But if you sound pleasant, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And that could be a downfall of mine, because that's what I do. I believe in giving second chances, give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm just cool with people like that, right? So he told me about he didn't have many friends, and he had a friend, and he naming the states they was in. His friends, he said, you don't have friends, you have associates. Well, I beg to differ when people say that, because I got good friends. I have plenty of associates, but I have good friends as well, right? I do. Maybe I'm just blessed or something, So as he's sitting there trying to tell me his reasoning, and then the Negro put Martin Luther King in it. Now I said, now what you ain't gonna do is put Martin Luther in this bullshit. That's what I'm saying in my head, but let me see what you got to say. So he quoted some speech. I always be leery of folks that can quote stuff, right? So he quoted this speech that Martin Luther King said, and he tried to make it relevant. And to Martin Luther King was basically saying, we ain't got no God. I don't know that speech. I don't know if Martin Luther King could say that. All I know was I don't want to hear that shit, right? So I don't say nothing. I don't get a rise. I just look at him. I was like, oh, okay. I kept saying, oh, okay. Well, that's what you believe. That's what you believe. No argument here, buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you believe. That's what you believe. Right? So then I did ask him, I said, so who do you thank for you and all that you have? He said, all of what? Like, who do I thank? What do you mean? Like, for your health, your strength, waking up, driving over here, good job, we look pretty decent, pretty good health. Who do you thank for that? He said, I just think positive. He ain't thanking nobody for that. I said, so do you think you did this all by yourself? That's what I asked him. He said, all of what? I let it go. Now, I knew from the moment he said, I don't believe in God, I was never. See, there's some things listen, y'all, there's levels to this shit, right? It's some things you can say and you'll be my friend. You won't ever be my man or nothing like that. We won't ever date, but you'll still be my friend. It's some things you can say, I ain't gonna never fool with you again in life. Okay? And that was one of them. I'm fighting enough demons and spirits and shit of my own to have yours come up and through here. Right? So, you know, I quickly said, ooh, well, I'm hungry. You know, my son had sent me some money. I'm like, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. You know, my phone kept ringing out. I'm busy. I'm done with you, sir. So, thanked him very much for washing my car, putting up my screens. And I thank you so much, right? Again, knowing I'm never going to speak to you again. I'm never going to see you again, right? Now, so we go outside. So he wants to hug. Now, I didn't really want brother to hug me. And I had told him, you know, I'm a hugger, but because of COVID, I don't really hug. But I am a hugger, right? I miss hugging folks. You know, I'm a love giver, right? And so he hugged me, right? All I could think of was this nigga is the devil, right? Now, mind you, it triggered me because I used to think the same thing about my ex, the narcissist, right? So I know that my power is strong, right? That's why I put up what I put up on my community page yesterday, because I know that my power is strong, right? But I was no longer going to entertain him, nor will I ever entertain him, right? Because you know, my buddy, he was talking about, he was like, in 2 weeks, he was like, give me 2 weeks, we're going to hang out, you know, places that my other friend Christian, my other subscriber, talked about. And I haven't called her Christian. I hope she ain't mad at me. I'm just busy. I will call you Christian. And, you know, places that she done talked about, places that my other friend Jeanette done talked about. I'm like, okay, I got somebody to go with. Cool. I'm ready to hang out. Y'all know I've been sitting in the house 2 years. I'm ready to go, right? He was going to be that guy. No big deal, right? He said, give me 2 weeks. But I'm telling y'all, as he was sitting there, his whole face changed, right? His whole face changed. And I'm thinking probably in his mind, he was thinking, how could he disturb me, right? Because that's what demons do. That's what non-believers do. You can't disturb me, brother. I'm too strong in this thing. He didn't care me. He done brought me out a whole bunch of shit. He bringing me out of shit now as we speak. If you don't get your ass out of here, I'll kill you, right? So, you know, he was looking at me. He was looking at me strange. And I know he was trying to figure it out. Because I know that I'm different than a whole bunch of folks. And I didn't give him that, what he was looking for. You know, I didn't give it to him. You know, and I was still very pleasant. And I hugged him and said goodbye. And got in my car. And he got in his, right? Now then, I knew that I wasn't never going to call him. And a lot of times when you around people, and once you be around them for a minute or two, they know and you know ain't no having, ain't no vibe, ain't no connection, ain't no electrifying, nothing, right? And they won't call you no more. And that's cool, because I don't never want to say, I don't like you. I've never had to say that. People just call me, I don't answer, or they just don't ever call me. So, he didn't call all the rest of the day, because he was like, well, call me. I was like, okay, but I knew I wasn't. So, at 2 o'clock in the morning, see, this is what I'm saying about devil shit. Now, I'd already told this Negro that I was going to church Sunday. So, if I'm going to church Sunday, that means I'm asleep in the bed at 2 in the morning. That's what you would think, right? He called me at 2 in the morning. He texted me and called me, woke me right out of my sleep. And I looked at it, and I was so deep sleep and confused, I had to figure out who it was. You know, I could see the name. I was like, who is this and why are you calling, right? When I got up this morning, I see he had texted me too. And you know what he texted me? WYD. What the fuck you think I'm doing at 2 in the morning? Playing tennis? Y'all, these niggas, I'm telling you, I can't. It's not me. It's definitely not me. I cannot. They're always weird, and the weirdness always shows right away. God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, whatever you want to say, the universe always reveal who they are very quickly for me. And he may have always been revealing them in my younger years, I just didn't see it. But now, it's revealed very quickly to me, very quickly. So, and you know, it spooked me out, right? So when I went and got my food, came back, I saged that corner of my house, even though he was sitting right there by the door. I saged that area. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell you what's weird about me, right? Now, I ain't debated on it yet. I gave him a glass of ice water. I want to throw the glass away. Now, y'all drop down in the comments and tell me, is that silly? Or what would you do? What would you do if you let the devil come in your house? And immediately I called one of my girls, right? Called one of my girls, and she was like, oh my God, what? And she was like, you let the devil come right in your house. Right in there, right? I'm telling y'all, when he was sitting there, immediately when he said that, his whole demeanor changed, right? But I didn't let it shock me. See, what I learned years ago, y'all, is when people act crazy or people say things that are not what you want to hear, I don't give an emotion, because that's what they're looking for. I'm not gonna give you I'm never gonna give you what you're looking for. Not if it's coming to something negative. I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm gonna show you with actions, like not fucking with you no more, not talking to you no more. I ain't gonna give you that. I don't have time. I don't have that kind of energy. That is shit zaps your energy, make you tired. I don't have time to give you an emotion about some dumb shit. I just ain't, y'all. So I just want to get on here and share it. You know, that y'all drop down. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all drop down and tell me what y'all have what would y'all do with that glass? What would y'all do when he told you he don't believe in God? Right? Let me tell y'all something. I'm so much wiser and have much more finesse than I did in my younger days. That I asked the questions, but I didn't look shocked. I probably looked at him like he was stupid, but I didn't look like, oh my God, what? Because he wanted to go into detail with it. He said, and I forgot to say this, he said he was either said enlightening me or waking me up. Nigga, I'm woke. I'm woke. I don't need you to wake me up, right? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. And so then it flashed me back to when he said, yeah, because you're a church girl, and the tone in his voice when he said church girl, like I'm a corny, don't know nothing. Like I felt an insinuation of some sort. It didn't come out good, like, yeah, I know you a church girl. It didn't come out like that. It came out in a negative sort of way. And I caught it. And that's why I told him, yeah, I'm a church girl / hood, bitch, ratchet, anything you want to put with that. And I told him that. Anything, whatever you think you can put with that, that's what it is. I'm a church girl first, but then there's some other shit come to that. Depending on how you act is what you see, right? So anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all, because I was like, this shit is crazy. Listen, I cannot make this stuff up, y'all. I talk to some of the weirdest, and again, you know, if I meet them outside, if I meet on a date, I don't really meet anybody on a date night, but when I'm talking to them, but I have met a couple times, but when I'm talking to them, it never fails, y'all. Real early in the situation, God will pull the cover, like he just take the cover and pull it off, or take a lid and pop it off. It's like, boom, here they is. Boom, here they is, right? And I know God said, giggling, he was up there giggling about that one. He was giggling about that one, right? So anyway, y'all, again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to upload later on about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because, you know, it's a little calm now. You know, that Love and Marriage Huntsville is they hiding some shit, y'all. But anyway, everybody, be cool, and I'll talk to you guys later.